All right, good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so first item is to review the minutes from last meeting. Did anybody get a chance? Did anybody notice anything missing or mentions on there? I move that we approve the minutes as written. All in favor? Abstain?
Abstain.
Okay. All right, so that passes. All right, so old business, withdrawal agreement. So we have copies of the withdrawal agreement. Anybody have any discussion or want to talk about that? Basically, we just need to sign ours. I'm meeting with Deb tomorrow, so I'll get signatures and bring them back here, and Field will help scan them and get them over to the lawyer.
Okay. It's my understanding that the town, the chair of the town has to initial each page.
That's what they would like us to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. Deb actually initialed each.
Yes, I know she did.
So,
but we're not signing.
Okay, so these here are the ones from our lawyer.
Yes.
Okay.
So could you hand me the one from Sumner?
yeah, if you want to pass the Sumner one.
Look at the top. It says the town.
Down to Buckfield, down to Hopkins.
Do we need a motion to approve the withdrawal agreement?
I think we do.
So I think each, we're a group collectively here, but I think each town would have to do that.
Make their own.
I don't know, I guess so.
Just to be legit.
Yeah, so.
I don't know, she just said to.
So, I mean, we can do it as different towns.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I move that the Hartford Withdrawal Committee approves the withdrawal agreement. And, in a second.
I'll second it. Do we want to read through it just to make sure or anything? I mean.
The lawyer reviewed it.
You also have Nick on too, so.
Oh, Nick is on?
Yeah.
Okay, and Isaac, okay.
Yeah, and
I
I
can see you. You're muted. So we'll start with Hartford since we did that. So we've got a motion and a second, and all in favor for Hartford?
Chad.
All right, now so that's
They still have
unanimous
to
for
sign it,
Hartford.
but correct.
They don't need to.
So we'll move to Sumner since they look like they're ready.
Can we have our?
Yeah.
What was your motion again? I just want to write it down.
The Hartford
Withdrawal committee
accepts the withdrawal agreement.
I mean, the Sumner Committee, Withdrawal Committee,
All right, thank you.
accept the withdrawal agreement as written.
And do you have a second?
Second. All in favor?
All right, perfect. And I guess we'll wait for Aaron.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. The ones you have to write.
Black ink?
Black ink,
Black.
not red.
I have black.
Good.
I don't even have my good pen.
Okay.
I can't tell. I guess it's black.
Okay.
Okay, my turn. I vote
I only
that
have
the town of Buckfield accept the withdrawal agreement as written.
I second
Today
it.
is the 25th of
All
June.
in favor?
Perfect. So once we sign those, we'll be good. And then the last thing is we do need to authorize our legal team to submit these on our behalf.
I move that we authorize our legal team to submit the signed copies on our behalf
I'll second that.
Submit them to where?
To the state.
to the state.
Okay. And that's my second. Or
Okay, yeah, you can second, that's
Can
fine.
you repeat it again? Sorry.
I move that we authorize our attorney to send copies of the withdrawal agreement from each of our towns to the state DOE.
All in favor? Nick, Isaac?
Yeah.
I got you, Nick, thanks.
I'm in favor.
Okay.
I have one question for you.
Yes.
The chair is supposed to sign each page.
Or initial.
Initially.
Sorry, initially page. What about Hartford?
I think I can do that.
Okay. Acting chair for the day.
Yes. So while we're signing those,
I'll notify what you
is there
guys
any other
sign
new business for us to look at
here.
other than dissolving this committee?
Just leave room
Nope,
for me.
because everything else is all part of the reorganization piece of it, so that'd be the
Right.
next section, so.
Nick, any thoughts there? Looks nice where you're at.
Why did I imagine it was a palm tree? Like that was quick. Just see, oh, no, it isn't.
All right, so just sign right here.
Yeah. And everybody saw Kristen's note on here. If our town hasn't done so, the select board needs to act as soon as possible to appoint reorganization planning committee. So Nick, I don't know if you guys have looked at that or not yet.
No, we have not, but I can make sure we get it added to the agenda this coming Tuesday.
All right, perfect.
We'll get it on the agenda for
Yeah,
the next select board meeting, which is
Oh, I
July
thought it was
7th.
Okay,
Which is the same for Buckfield as the July
July
7th, I
7th.
believe, as well.
all right, you'll be able to get that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, I mean, that's old business, so I guess we can, and there's no new business other than,
We need a pen.
do we need to dissolve this committee after tonight's meeting?
I have
Pretty
no
much.
idea.
Me neither.
Do we want to work to inform the public?
Yeah,
Oh, I
is this
have-
group still gonna be involved in, talk, I mean, maybe not active regular meetings, but you probably want to get together to, you're right, like to.
Well, I
plan the
mean,
meetings.
I know that the reorganization meetings are going to, or the committee is going to start working on all the other stuff, like locations for admin and getting the message out and things like that. So as far as this committee was only tasked to come up with the withdrawal agreement to be submitted to the state, which we're doing that. And after that, there is nothing else that this committee was tasked to do.
So just trying to think like financial stuff, that's all through the towns anyway. So we didn't have any financial authority. anyway,
Correct.
So we wouldn't have to worry about that.
No?
Just trying to think of any other reason why we might want to stay together, just, if we don't need to dissolve, I mean.
Well, we have a wealth of knowledge that we've learned through the process, which is invaluable now that time is of continual essence.
Right.
If I'm hearing what the question was.
Yeah, like we're talking about like what our next steps, so we probably should dissolve this committee. But
Didn't I read that Connie said you can stay put, still having your meetings until all the paperwork catches up? So.
okay, maybe we should wait until we get everything submitted to the state. In case
Right,
there's
just in
any-
case it gets
Right,
kicked
in case
back.
there's something
Yeah.
that gets-
Kick back, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's because I guess
True.
there's no rush for us to dissolve anyway.
Because the other thing too is, I don't know, I plan on being on the next committee for the reorganization piece.
Good. I'm
Me
glad.
too.
So,
Is anybody else?
Are you
I am.
saying?
Just kick me.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, okay, excellent. I'm in it here.
I'm in.
I just assumed we were in till the end.
We have to be reappointed by our select board.
right, now is it the same layout? Like, do you still have to have an old school board member and,
It did not appear that way from what
Three to four
Kristen had
members per
indicated.
town.
Was there
That's all it
anything else
says?
to
It would
sign?
be the easiest to appoint the same members from the withdrawal committee.
Right,
But if
assuming that they
any members
wanna
don't want
stay.
to serve, that's fine.
One
Simply
place to sign,
substitute a new member.
From what Deb showed me, there's one place.
just one place to sign.
Yep, it has a little sticky on it.
Other than all of the initialing that needs
On every page, yeah.
On every page.
On every page, not the.
Just the withdrawal agreement,
Not the
not,
attachments.
and not the notice. So just
Yeah,
the
don't do the
withdrawal.
notice, just.
hey, Nick and Isaac, are you thinking about, being part of that next, committee?
Only the.
I will definitely be, yes.
Okay,
Amendments. So if they
I will
add
do
on-
it also if I'm asked. Yes.
Okay,
Literally
thank you.
requested everything, just don't do this.
So both of them are gonna be on the next committee?
Sign.
What about- Okay.
And
So is
identify
there,
yourself, Michelle, as the chair. When you sign, put yourself as the chair of the committee.
Oh, I should write chair at the end. Yeah, okay.
Chair Buckfield Withdrawal Committee, yeah.
Where am I signing?
Where, on that line?
Page 21, there's a little.
That's it, just that one thing?
Yep, you can have that.
All right, well,
Did
let's
you
see
want to
what-
stay on the
Yeah,
reorganization?
I'll talk to Nick and see. It shouldn't be a
Can
problem.
I
All right.
just
Sign
throw
here,
in there
because-
something?
She said put
How many?
chair.
We want to maintain some whatever.
Oh, nice signature.
That's my
Chad,
signature.
I think we should make sure our wording on the motion that we voted on should include, as Kristen's note to us says, please vote at the June 25th meeting to authorize you to file on your town's behalf the enclosed notice of intent to form a regional school unit.
So that's what we need.
So that is the wording.
Who made
that
the
we
motion?
needed in our motion.
That'd be
Do
me.
you want to revise your motion?
I do. I would like to make an amendment to the motion. Revision. Okay. I would like to authorize our attorney to file on our town's behalf the enclosed notice of intent to form a regional school unit, in addition to sending the withdrawal paperwork.
And Kristen, you want a second?
Yes, I will second.
So all in favor of the amendment, or the revision, sorry?
Thank you.
And Isaac?
Authorize our
It's in
attorney on the
red.
town's
We're good.
behalf.
Yeah, Nick's raised his hand, so he's good.
Yeah, I'm in.
And are we initialing everything like with the teachers and stuff, or just to where we get to the signature page?
I
I'm
guess the
doing
signature.
every page.
Oh, yeah.
Ink's free, right?
Is there anybody
Okay,
here
so-
that is not going to be part of the next committee?
I think someone should check in with Bob. See
Right.
what his availability is.
And it says 3 or 4, so I think if we can't, unless someone wants to, then I think we'd be okay.
Yeah.
But did you read the last paragraph on this memorandum?
The please schedule weekly meetings.
Yeah. So we should be meeting weekly, even though we're not appointed. This was according to her.
Yes, that's what I understood from Connie, that it's okay for us to continue meeting. We have work that needs to be done in a timely manner.
But we would need those committees set up before you can actually schedule them.
No, that's not what she wrote
Not
on
what
that.
the
Read that.
memorandum
See how
says.
you understand that.
Please schedule weekly meetings of the combined RPCs as feasible to complete the reorganization plan. Withdrawal committee can meet for this
I
purpose.
don't know why they
Okay,
included this.
I didn't read that.
Oh, it's the
part.
intent. That's
I am.
So I'm almost done putting
And
my,
does anyone know the due date on this?
Oh, here we go. It has to be
It's
right there.
On the plan.
Right?
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
says mid to late July.
okay.
That's all, well, that's what she put in page 2.
For the reorganization, yeah.
So I'm assuming this reorganization plan is like the one that you pulled from Canton.
It is, it's attached.
She gave us an
Mhm.
example on that.
So you need to sign in this box for Buckfield. And you need to sign in the box for Hartford.
okay.
Field, and right here? Assuming.
Right above where it says Town of Buckfield.
The box on the left.
Says SAU name.
And sign right there?
Yes, please. And put chair.
That's what I was wondering.
The only one I
Because it says
didn't,
school board chair signature right there.
and then it says NA next to it.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Oh, okay.
because we don't have.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
The only page I did not sign was a blank one.
So are we,
Wait, where are we signing on it?
Right here, Chad. That's you.
But it says- No, it says
No, right here.
NA.
Yeah, that one, right This there. here. Yes.
The
Okay.
box on the other side.
Left-hand box, left-hand side box.
This is town of Hartford.
so are
It
we,
doesn't have any spot, it doesn't look like it's supposed to have a signature.
I don't think
Yeah.
those are supposed to be signed.
Yeah,
Cameron doesn't, yeah, that's what
I don't-
Cameron just
I
said.
don't
He
think
doesn't think
those-
they're supposed to be signed.
okay.
I thought they were.
Got
Oh.
anyone else?
That would be if we had our, like, if Buckfield had their own school unit and that school board chair would have to sign there, but that's not how we're structured. We're currently in another RSU.
Right,
Gotcha.
that's what.
Well, maybe we don't, can we get another one for Sumner then printed out?
And my feel,
No, I mean,
Just to
maybe it
cover
wouldn't be a
page.
bad idea to have one that's signed and one that's not, in case it's needed, unless you want, you know.
I mean, yeah,
right,
That's a good idea.
so three copies.
A lot easier
please.
to collect it if it's not needed and
Yeah.
chase
Yeah,
down.
sign yours, they'll.
Okay, I will.
that's great thinking, Chad.
So,
Problem solver.
yeah, I had some ideas last night on the way home. We were talking about when this reorganization committee begins and talking about the new school, the new RSU, and thinking about coming up with what we want it to look like so we can figure out how to get there. And one of the first things that I said is, I would really like us to change the culture
Oh,
of this
absolutely.
school district and how it's been handled. And I think that we need to find a way to support the teachers more than they are already supported. And I'm not talking about money. I'm
Right.
talking about other ways
Job,
to,
what did I say?
yeah,
Better
Yeah.
job,
satisfaction or,
I think a lot of that would come from getting the two principals on the same page and working together is really a lot of, because the principals really drive the culture in their school, are really
Right.
helpful in that.
I guess you would have to have a list of what the teachers and some of the staff would like to see changed,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely,
Because without actually working there and being in those facilities,
every single day.
you know, who knows?
some of the stuff, I think, can't be covered because of the
Cameron
way
should have brought it to me.
Right, right.
Deans are, like,
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
can't take recess away until.
Yeah, they can,
Stupid stuff.
this is just my opinion. I mean, this might be going off on a tangent, but putting
Okay.
more responsibility on the parent shoulders than just like, yeah, sure, let the kid come back. He's beating people up and,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, I know.
So the
And that's-
thing I hear often is poverty. If you suspend the kid or you take away their bus privileges, then their caregivers aren't going to bother to bring them to school, which might be true. But then where do you draw the line between?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That and having-
that is the really hard thing, I think, for teachers, like, having options to discipline kids is really, really, really limited. And really, if some kids, you know, being in school is the best place for them, but them being in school,
Right.
disrupting everybody
Yeah,
else,
it's
Is not,
it's a tough thing. It's a really is a
It's
tough
like,
thing.
how much of sacrifice do other people make
Yep.
for, you
right.
know?
And if that's the culture that we want to instill, that one person, one kid cannot take away the educational experiences of the other 29,
Yeah.
then there needs to be consequences or there needs to be a method to deal with that.
There are some, like, we've gone to some of the Maine School Board Association, like the meetings they have there are some schools out there that are doing stuff on their own that are really, some really neat and creative ideas.
Can you share some of those?
Just like having different spaces and like being able to get the kids into a different area and not leaving them in the classroom, but like,
Right.
I didn't write them down. I wasn't ready to talk about it tonight, so you put them
Oh,
on
I'm
the
sorry.
spot. But no, this is months ago. I don't remember what I did last week. But really, it does take maybe looking at our, you know, different program other than PBIS, or trying other things that might be better
That's
options. But
the PBIS, as soon as I complained about that thing
Oh.
before we implemented it. It's like,
I'd also
oh, we
like,
got a grant, yep, okay.
What's PBIS?
positive behavioral,
Intervention and support.
thank you.
That still doesn't tell me what it is.
I was going to attempt
It's
to
a way
finish
of-
it if you.
a way of like trying to have positive support for it, and instead of punishment and behavior. So just a different approach to try and
Right.
change
Yeah,
behaviors.
and
But
then they used to come in with a chart and say, see how many less kids since we instituted PBIS go to the principal's office.
they should be,
And you know what it was? It was because they were told, you need to handle that in the classroom. And then when you handle it in the classroom, all the other kids are disrupted.
that's exactly right.
yeah, I do think that, you know, there definitely are constrictions with laws and
Well, that's the
regulations,
thing that I
but
think that we
But I do think
And
they're
that would come in policy.
definitely something that you can look at. So, so that finishes up old business. Do we have any new business to go over?
I mean, I guess if we're gonna continue
Yeah.
this committee until the new one comes about, me, Jesse, and Isaac visited the old Oxford Networks building.
Yeah.
Met with Neil King, he's the owner. Humongous place. He's willing to rent out portions of it.
Okay.
And there's also, I mean, and this is just throwing it out there, if we had to have a place for kindergarten or is it CDS?
CDS.
Right? This place is huge with tons of offices, tons of floor space, tons of everything else. Obviously, we'd have to come up to fire code, but it's huge. And it's a nice spot, great parking. There's really no issue. We also went to the house across the road and just a little bit down that was given to the town. It's another possibility. Obviously, the house would have to be renovated. It would have to be brought up to fire code for the admin. But again, it's another possibility. And then Jesse was talking about the place across from the elementary school. We'd have to put like a module or something there. And then the other location besides upstairs would be having a module on the Buckfield High School property for that. So there's 5 potentials that we've seen and kind of talk a little bit about. So as time goes on, we can kind of narrow those down and look at costs and other stuff. So,
So Neil didn't
not yet.
say any price?
Nope. I asked him to see if he could quote me a price per square foot, and he goes, well, I really couldn't do that because, you have to kind of separate the building. But he's supposed to get back to us at some point in the future with a price for, let's say, a third of the building or half the building, depending on how we rearrange it.
Michelle, I did
might
have,
be-
oh, go ahead.
It might be worth talking to them about special ed facility.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Because the only downside he had about that was he was worried about there was a bunch of fire code stuff that had to be upgraded. But no matter what we do or where we go, we're going to have to work with that anyway.
Right.
But it's a nice facility,
As far as fire code, what has to be upgraded?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm guessing sprinklers and.
If you put kids
we
in
went
there,
through
but not
this.
admin.
No, as
Yeah.
far as admin, I think it's almost ready to go because there is even a ADA compliant bathroom.
Right, and I know they wanted sprinkles in these just because they were new.
Right.
It was a new
And
building,
that
because
was-
there's not much sprinkles in the school, but they had to be.
The code changed, well, like, what we ordered, then the code changed.
Yeah.
And even though that was a major problem, but I did find out, so that other portable that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That is planned to being used because we're expanding some of the offerings for Region 11. They're gonna be in Buckfield, and that's what they're using that for. So it's a good thing.
How long has it been sitting down here open?
A year?
Yeah,
But they're already setting it up. That was already planned. They're already doing that. That's why I asked Deb about that, and that's what that was.
I know, but I still don't think that we should have it. I just don't. I mean, you're talking about, let's see, how many kids? Between the 2-year average was 482. We have 2 buildings, combined total hold 700 kids, and 6 modulars to maintain.
And
Mr.
we're
Burns.
past that now. We
Yep,
had
past
the
that, that's right.
agreement signed and that's.
Well, it shouldn't have been on the agreement. They should have taken it like the first, when we first said,
But it
not
actually
rolled
had a reason. It was already slated. It was already scheduled. It was.
yeah,
already
it was
planned.
scheduled, but right from the get-go, we said the ones that were assigned to this region.
And
the
that
ones
has,
that weren't, no.
yeah, that was.
It was not purchased for, I won't say
Oh,
assigned,
assigned,
I'll
okay.
say purchased.
So can I ask a question, Michelle?
Yeah.
What, besides maintenance, what's the reason that you're so against the portables?
First of all, they're an eyesore.
So,
Second of
yeah.
all, we had them at one time,
Mhm.
and then they turned into just trash. And if they keep around, we have to maintain them.
Right.
What is the positive of keeping them? Storage buildings, overly expensive storage buildings? As our population decreases, that we have to maintain.
Because, I mean, as far as an eyesore, there's plenty of ways to make them look better, right? I mean, you can take out the siding, you can put, you
Disagree
know.
that we need 6 portables down here in the street.
I'm just saying that, you know, especially if we decide to use one of them, or the school board decides to use one of them for the administration, even temporarily, until we can get our
And we
feet
have
underneath
how
us.
many down at Harvard's under 3?
Mhm.
And is it interfering with the kids' playground?
No, that's where the classrooms are. I mean, my daughter was in those classrooms. It's not interfering with the playground. That's right outside the playground.
Yeah, it's just like on the tar. I don't think there's much.
Well, certainly something the new school board can take a look
Right.
at and make these decisions as
Right.
well.
So the only other thing is, probably should try and schedule weekly meeting for the RPC or withdrawal committee until the RPC gets set up? Or do we want to wait till we hear back from Kristen?
I think we need to
I think
schedule
we
it.
just need to set up a meeting to get this going.
Can we, do we think that maybe we should just take next week off? Because it's 4th of July, and also just so everybody can have like a quick break?
Yeah.
I'll
Lisa,
be
thank you, yes.
I am all for break. By the time we get back from July 7th, our board would have appointed
Appointed
a
us,
committee.
yeah.
Right.
Westfield would have as
Right.
well. Everybody's getting back from 4th of July. So you want to schedule the first one for July 9th?
Is that your motion?
That is my motion.
I second the motion.
Should we meet weekly throughout July? So the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd,
Probably something to
the
go
30th?
over at the first meeting.
Yeah, I agree.
So just set the first one for the
Yeah.
9th? Okay. I'm in favor.
So all in favor,
Is that at 6:30 also?
6:30?
I vote, but I can't go.
Nick's raising his hand, I
Can't
see you.
go to
Okay.
the 9th.
Yeah. And Isaac
Hey,
goes
2
too.
hands on the steering wheel.
Yeah, I don't know about forums and stuff for that
Oh,
aspect of it.
Yeah. I think
Unless
we've
it's
already
something-
set aside in our heads, and we've made the space for it. If we have a problem quorum, we can zoom in, just like these guys are doing, but
Yeah.
we've just gotta get started, and
I don't
Well,
think-
the other thing too, though, is I think that once we come back as a new committee for the reorganization, we are now 1. We are no longer 3.
Correct.
Right.
So the quorum wouldn't be based upon town, it would just be based upon
That's true.
whoever
yes,
the,
oh, that'll be a.
That would be easier.
right.
Well, is it that way? Because didn't Canton, Sumner, didn't they all have separate reorganization plans or no?
Yes,
Just like we do.
yes. Canton,
Oh, like
Carthage,
a-
Stixfield, and Peru.
They had
Yes,
separate
had-
reorganizations?
Yes.
That's weird, because it would be
But
forming.
they were all basically the same with a different name.
Submitted to, this is the sample. So maybe not, though.
No, they're all.
So they're all, it's just listed by who from each town was
Okay,
part of that committee.
because when you pulled that one way back, you said this is Kansas, so I didn't know if they
Right,
were all
right.
the same or, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used Canton's because that's what they said was the best one written, so I just used it as an example.
So Bixfield is the same, so we don't,
I mean, I do understand the idea that when it comes to this November, the 3 towns will be voting independent.
Yes,
But I'm thinking that if it's legal, for the lack of better words, that if we could start coming together as a single entity
Mhm.
and follow through with that, not just our committee, but what we're putting out there to the taxpayers and the
Right.
residents and all the other people, that are in our towns, then I think that come November, I think more and more people are going to see that we're unified.
yes. I like that idea.
Nick, I mean, since you've been kind of communicating, anybody can do it, but do you want to just let Connie and Kristen know the next meeting is the 9th?
Yeah.
6:30?
Yeah, I can do that.
You may have to change it, because if they can't join us I think it's
Sure.
kind of need them.
Didn't she, in her memo,
yeah, she
Have
wrote
the
something about
dates.
that.
Yep, she said she can be there July 9th.
okay.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, any committee member comments?
Nick had something.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Okay.
No, I'm good. I was just saying, yes, I can make sure to get that communicated to both of them.
All right, perfect. So any comments before we wrap up?
I just, as part of our effort to get out the truth out there, the budget increase of 30% is so misleading to our citizens. Last night on the way home, I said, I'm confused. And Joel was like, okay, what are you confused about? And I said, we've been told it's going to be more expensive. I said, right now, this year, 25-26 school year, our 3 towns together are paying $14 million as part of the $45 million budget. Our proposed budget for the new RSU is 12.3.
But you gotta subtract that money that's reimbursed for the,
I'm just doing broad strokes.
right, so it's about, to me, it seems like it would be about the same.
It's like 14 million to 12.3, 12.4 million.
So
Yeah, but I'm not
14
sure
is
where you're
more
getting
than-
14 million though.
I'm sorry?
I'm not sure where you're getting the 14 million.
Divide $45 million.
Yeah.
How about if we do this?
We have 0.31%, 31%.
Right, but before you do that, that
Yeah.
45 million, the first thing you have to take off the top is $7 million.
Yeah, so.
Because that goes to the new school.
Okay, all right,
38 million times 0.31.
all right.
And then each town has its own valuation
Right.
and responsibility to
Right.
pay for.
So, I mean, hopefully by the time we come back and start some more of these meetings, I'm hoping that, like Cameron and I can get together and he's working really hard on getting all these formulas and numbers and getting it really fancy and it looks really great. So hopefully we can get it down to where we can just put in the budget number and it
Yeah.
tells what each town mill rate will increase to. And
Yes.
then anybody just takes their property taxes and times it by that mill rate.
Right,
I mean, not the taxes, but the evaluation times by the mill rate. So-
right,
So 11,780, what I got?
okay,
780.
Right.
I mean, we're not too far off,
right.
but the thing of it is you get less money.
But according to the ED 279 that they sent out, the less money is only 100,000 less.
Right,
So I mean, it is 100,000, but it's not like a million less.
right.
Like, what was this supplemental stuff that you received? Was that after they did their thing, the state said, oh, we're gonna send more money?
My best understanding is when you have the legislature going through a supplemental budget itself, then somehow it's in there that there may be more funds that come from the school units. However, with this particular supplemental budget, the ED 279 was being reworked. It was part of the discussion during that supplemental budget period. So this funding was actually called the bridge. It's the bridge towards helping with the changes that are coming through the ED 279.
That will take effect.
However, there was no stipulation on this particular supplemental budget on how you use the funding. In prior years, again, the best of my understanding from the talks that I've had with a variety of people is that in prior years, that money needed to have been spent on things that were coming through in that supplemental budget period. But I could really be wrong with that, but there were guidelines in other years than in this year. This year, that money for the ED 279 changes that were made at the last minute in the legislative session, this money is called like a bridge to that. So
I remember it happening one other time, but I can't remember if there was stipulations.
right, because I
And
mean,
don't
as
think
with
it was,
everything, there's all these regulations that you really need to dig into, and they're not easy to find. But this is $151,000, and essentially 90-ish or so has been earmarked now. Like the 34,000 for the memorandum of understanding for a salary in the teacher contract that hadn't been configured correctly. And then the high school, Mount Valley High School basketball courts, and then the dugouts over here at this school. So I did talk with superintendent during our finance committee about some other things that I would like to see get done with that, but they kind of wanted to keep it fluid in case other things, like, so, like the stairs going up into Mount Valley High School, and
Yes.
Deb assured me that she was gonna get that done, so we will find out.
Those have been rough for a while.
It's craziness.
Yeah.
So,
Anybody have anything else? Before we
So the next meeting date and time is
Night,
July 9th.
July 9th,
At
6:30 here,
same bed, but
Thursday night.
Oh, and I have that whole thing coming in with some about reorganization that Barbara had given.
Oh, yay,
That,
thank you.
Who's going to be the chair on July 9th?
I think we'll have to wait till July 9th.
yeah, it's true. It's a new,
Chad, do you have
It's
to
a whole
head
new-
up that one first?
I haven't received any direction that I
Right,
have
yeah, I
to.
guess we'll
But
probably
I
just
might
see
once
direction.
everything's submitted in.
Yeah, but I mean, you would think that if it's the reorganization piece, we're now separated from RSU 10,
Yeah,
so
I
it
don't-
wouldn't matter.
I don't know. I know that I got letters from
Right,
DOE making, correcting me to do it, so.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
I don't
if I
remember
need to,
seeing
I'm sure I
anything
will.
on that piece of the 21
I-
step.
I didn't
I
either.
couldn't remember if
I'll
I,
have to look.
Oh.
You already got a letter saying you should? Oh, no.
so I make a motion that we adjourn.
I will second that.
All in favor? Thanks, Nick and Isaac.
Have a good
Thank you
time,
all.
Nick.
Nice work.
Fun.
Welcome, good night.
Night.
Right.